Yes, but I mean, it's just the usual old school Doom counter. Can't do me lives. I don't know.
It is Makoto playing the D.
Whew.
Always.
I do. This time around, I'm going to go with Boom as well. I think the lineup is a bit too squishy. You know, having this Marana, Enchantress, Puck, these heroes are, like, they don't bring too much to the team fight. And when I'm looking at what they have on the other side, it's just like, also Beastmaster Core. Sign me up, Master Mid. Like, I don't think this hero loses the game.
Could agree with that.
Prepare for battle!
I've learned my lesson too many times. Going against mid Beastmaster. Neon Twitter guy. I don't want to hurt your feelings, but I'm going to go Boom this game. Please. Spare me.
You will make a
Don't.
nice snow
Please.
angel.
Just mean it with love. No. No, he didn't do anything to me. I got the first game right. You know? Problem. He knows I love them. But I need that prediction king.
Like 1247.
No, I was nailing them. All right, we're going to need highlight tapes because I was using divination to get everything right. Now I'm using reasoning. Well, when you eat Alphabet's cereal, yeah, it's going to say Neon. And then they won. I had the best record. Yeah. You guys just don't have actual statistics. It's not based on anything. You know, I think I got the most right season 1. The divination is run out of ideas. I was told I can't repeat season 1 ideas, and when you do about 120 different divination ideas, Wikipedia can only go so far. Coffee grinds, clouds, tea leaves, ayahuasca. The beans, I think that game told me that, like, elephant was or something like that. No, he switched, didn't he? Ooh. Okay. So we've caster cursed, panel cursed in. Yeah, but I'm going to get that right anyway. So you guys know it. You can lead with us. Excuses.
All I hear is some excuses. You know, what I want to see, I want to see a game like game number 1. Like, that's what I want to see. I want to see your guys' predictions.
Okay. All right, send it our way. Thank you very much. I appreciate that. We don't have any excuses here. We're not going to make any excuses, and we're going to get right into game number 2. Now, they break down the whole draft. You know, they have all that time looking at it. It's got to be on the ball more. Stun comes out, arrow followed up, and it looks looks like this might be first blood. Oh, just surviving
No.
FBZ.
30 seconds to battle.
Oh no, this is what happens when you kind of want to be polite. You do not want to kill steal. Doom has a ton of armor. Like, Doom's armor is insanely high. First he had 0, then he had 1, and then he had the 3 extra added in the previous patch. And now with the Ring of Protection plus 2 armor from the tower, like, he's super tanky, so you need to put in those right clicks.
Literally unkillable.
Arrow.
The battle begins!
Burrow Strike will not connect. Yeah. Too close to it. Scam will be playing offlane sinking this time around. John will play Enchantress. Marana position 4. A lot of stats. 5 tangos. 8-1. And yeah, circlet. This is like, you know, 5 stats. This is like having half the ultimate orb at the start, which is not bad.
What is half an ultimate orb? The okay orb? It's not as ultimate.
It's like okay, not great, not terrible orb.
Kodo up against Yopaj over mid. Take a look at these lanes. We try screen it up.
You shall not.
3 screens, 2 eyes. And here we are looking at FBZ, taking a lot of harassment in that bottom lane. And it's the matchup of Yopaj and Makoto. Beastmaster, Puck again here for Yopaj. Do you have faith with Yopaj again? Or?
Yeah, he should do much better than he did against the Temporal Assassin. You know, Beastmaster is annoying, but there isn't that, you know, he hits level 5 and then you feel like you can't burn through those refraction charges. This time around, Beastmaster will get, you know, a bit more pressure.
As cute with the fairy fire, but one more shot from Play Hard will get first blood.
Axe's heart goes out to Dyer's
Oh, they
courier.
also lost the courier. Like, couriers are worth so much gold. Like, the one at the start, 25 gold, is not that much, but it's some extra. Times 5, it's actually quite a lot, and it just keeps on giving. Master 6 CS, Yopaj has 9. Like, their heroes can't dispel, and don't build into, like, dispel items to remove the wild axe stacks.
Where are you going?
We've seen in the versus bottom lane, I'll just shut up.
FBZ getting chain fragments coming in, and Natsumi with a big smash down on FBZ. Joel will end up dead as a trade.
It's a good trade. Like, he dies on Enchantress, can bring healing salve. For Natsumi at the bottom, can bring the items. Natsumi will get some extra solo XP from the bottom lane meanwhile, so it's all good. He could potentially also TP mid, maybe refill the bottle. Oh, Mikado. Like, he's going. Like, he's gonna try to go. But there is a water rune, fairy fire. Just says it's enough. Also has a point in phase shift. Like, usually we see pucks being a bit more aggressive, putting a point in banning rift, but when you're playing against the Beastmaster, you just want to have that phase shift to be able to dodge the axes. And
Just
there
like
we
that.
go.
Very smart. Avoiding the axes, making sure that they don't land. Beastmaster buying a salve, so needs a little bit of that HP. Yopaj going over. He'll take the water rune. Fresh river water coming in. Waning Rift, Makoto has one more sip, and of course, like I said, he does have that salve coming. But is that setback? How many times is he gonna buy a salve? How much gold is gonna be used here on regen for Makoto? That might hold him back. Skem.
Puny Radiant hides behind their
All right here,
fortifications.
13-4, especially compared to Dreamcell, who's only 9-3.
Morphin doesn't put much pressure at the early stages. Like, CM is a good laner. No points in Frostbite at the moment. And they're playing the top lane really well for OB Neon. They push up the lane, they pull it to this side.
It's going to be enough here to keep the Enchantress alive. 1-2 so far, nothing in the Nature's Attendance. We've seen with Skem, at least in the off lane on that in Cleveland. 2-1-1, sorry. The Nature's Attendance had that heal, but damage on the Skem. They will get this kill. They've got the sentry down, and they had more than enough damage to take him out. Big kill there up top for Boom.
Radiant's
And
top
Marana was
tower
trying
is
to-
under attack.
Secured the rune. She already has Urn of Shadows, no charges yet. Like, they have a lot of kill potential on the top. Crystal Maiden steps up one step too far away. And the Burrow Strike into arrow combination should be her death.
to be careful, as this Crystal Maiden can be very quickly dispatched, like you said. Going into that Radiance for Natsumi.
Behold!
Early game for Neon is gonna hopefully their game plan be to protect this Wraith King. As Natsumi does end up dead bottom. They have to protect
So
him, but
much
they let
about
him drop.
protection. They need to protect him better.
Still win.
Not yours!
Salve's actually going to get him up quite far, and Makoto, had he landed those axes, it would have been stopping Yopaj from getting that regen out and maybe feeling a little bit more uncomfortable in that lane. 30 and 5.
I see mid Beastmasters like not even getting a point in the Hawk or Boar. I like 1 point where you can send the Boar to another side and just potentially kill the rune from the enemy mid laner. I think that's a lot of value.
Greetings!
Because it's a lot of mana. Spamming the axes, using the Boar, the Hawk, you have a Soul Ring, you have a Bottle, you have a CM Aura, but you're still going to be low in mana.
The Aura right now only level 1. As time goes by, the Aura will feel better and better. See how that plays out in terms of what Beastmaster's going to grab here. Should be really early into the Ags, then you'll have those axes maxed out.
Morphling has
Roche attempts.
2 really good targets in this game. Once he decides to pick up the Aghanim Scepter, either it's a Beastmaster, either it's Earthshaker. We'll see what he decides to go for. Earthshaker, not the hero that we usually see. Like this hero, I would compare him to Tiny, but even a worse Tiny in my opinion. Where like Tiny can do much more early on, like his rotations are a bit stronger, I would say, where for Earthshaker you pretty much have like one ability that's Fissure. And once you hit that level 6, it's hard to find a space for Earthshaker to also farm his Blink Dagger. Play hard, trying to make a rotation with Johnuel.
Denied!
Ward goes down, but Dire saw that. They've got vision. All that Obi Neon are trying to get done here. There's the sentry. Arrow comes in, does connect.
Denied.
And we'll get the deny on that ward. That feels pretty bad. He might have avoided that arrow, but it kind of does that weird thing when it goes up cliffs and ends up connecting.
Just some Dota stuff.
Doesn't get the D ward, but it does take away the vision. Even though it's denied, you get rid of that vision, you get rid of those eyes up there, potentially in the triangle. We'll see, you know, if that deters maybe Neon from coming over more and going for these rotations, trying to take out the Beastmaster, who is already level 7. You know, both these mids at 7, ready to go. Dream Coil, Primal Roar, both available. I wouldn't be surprised to see them both rotate off the lane sometime soon.
If the bottom lane like pushes in, boom, they could make a rotation. They even make a rotation with Mirana. Their top lane sinking, not that easy to take down. He's getting closer to level 6 as well. Like Puck is one of the heroes like that's very similar to Queen of Pain, to Spirits. If you decide to dive a tower, he will punish you.
Certainly get punished if you're... Even at 3 and or leading the net worth is Natsumi, and this is something we saw from Natsumi in game number 1. Comfortable farming, getting towards the top of the net worth. His Medusa kind of went off, and I think boom, they really need to react better to what Natsumi's getting off the map. Can't just continue to let him farm up bottom.
He's having a good time, even though with that 1 death, he still has 2 kills on the board. Very interesting build by both of these heroes on the bottom lane. Not a single point in reincarnation, not even a saving point. Same goes for Doom. Like right now, he's saving it, but didn't get to a point level 6 in his ulti.
Caught. Fissure puts him between a rock and a hard place, as Makoto gets credit for that one. He's still holding the Primal Roar. You've got the Dream Coil available for Yopaj, and he's holding onto a Haste Runes. At any moment, Yopaj could be ready to rotate somewhere. See, maybe even a push on a tower after getting a kill. Rotating, Dream Coil, get 1 or 2. Shoot with Natsumi bottom, maybe take out the bottom tier 1.
Haste!
Yopaj popping that haste.
Stay near.
Towards top, they've got vision of this with the ward, but still gets hit with the Dream Coil. Go
The
after
red mist
Kezcute.
spreads
Yopaj doesn't
at
have the damage to get the
Radiant's
kill, so he
middle
uses this Dream Coil, doesn't get anything out of it.
He was afraid of Beastmaster getting the roar. If he commits, could
Radiant's
potentially be a
middle
turnaround
tower
kill,
is
and
under
it's really
attack.
not worth it. This should also reveal the board. They might think it's on the high ground, so if they place it a bit more to the east, they might not be able to find it. We'll see.
Almighty money.
Both teams having vision in a similar area over there. Tiders
Dyer's
level
middle
6.
tower is under
We'll have
attack.
that Echo Slam up soon. Freezing Field for the Crystal Maiden for Kezcute as he gets close to 6. Experience looking pretty even across the board. I would say the only one excelling further than their lane difference is Sken
Johnwell
over the Doom.
trying to D-ward, but that's a risky move.
Just.
Fissure comes through. Kezcute gets the kill on a Johnwell, and they've got themselves a 1K lead. Both carries not really getting touched at all this game. Taking some damage while he sits in the sandstorm.
We still have not seen Doom being used. No epicenter yet. He just got a point in it. He's working towards the Blink Dagger, trying to get mana boots, but he can pick up a Bounty Rune, buy a Blink Dagger, and then they try to go for a kill.
Yeah.
Someone needs to buy a smoke, and then they can get a kill. Like you would want to kill Beastmaster or try to surprise Morphling with it. A good vision coming out from Boom on the top. Like this ward is very sneaky around the one tower. It provides a lot of vision. There's no cliff. This is where the cliff was before. It doesn't provide as much vision, but it's also far away from the new cliff, so I don't think that's going to get deboarded.
Gather round.
I don't know if they expect people to ward there as much. Dream Coil comes out onto 2, Kezcute and Makoto. Again, this is a Dream Coil, though, that doesn't net them anything. Arrow, Kezcute in deep warding. That's an aggressive posture.
Yeah, position 5s in this games are just, you know,
Dewarding for their lives.
thinking they have a secondary life, that they have Aegis going in, aggressive dewarding, Brave King going for the Radiance, pretty standard stuff. Didn't even finish the Bracer, just the casual gloves. This time around does not want to upgrade it to Hand of Midas.
Dyer's
This is
middle
their time.
tower
They
is
need to
not
strike.
what
They
it
need
used
to find
be.
something big.
That is for certain.
They're working without Dream Coil for 40 seconds. They do use Moonlight Shadow trying to get something done. Makoto, he's smoked up. Does have the Prime Aurora available. Very close to this Axe. Don't make a move yet. So both teams very hesitant to start this game.
War has
Especially
come
coming
to
out of game 1 when it was a
Radiant's
back and forth
bottom
firefight. Epi, a bit slow. Epicenter Pearl strike coming up short. Makoto has the Axe as the arrow hits. The Prime Aurora is in. They've got a Starstorm right on top of Makoto. They'll get that kill. They'll take out 1. The silence on a 2. This might stop them from getting a kill here on the Sand King. Deleted. That's a
Not
lead
the
step.
best execution from Obi Neon. Level 3 Burrow
Dyer's top
Strike.
tower
Well,
is
sometimes
under
it's much
attack.
shorter than you think it is. They didn't manage to bring it down bottom lane. They won't
Break
get
through the zone. So turn around, bring the cell. He's getting low. He needs to be careful. Adaptive strike with Wayne. Rip the silences there. Yopaj takes out Dreamacell. That's all for the reincarnation to be on cooldown. Yeah.
This
Much
deserves
like
a tap.
Cord
The
with
shots
before
exactly.
Axe's
Yeah, like
Dyer's
surprised we didn't get the
tower
more
is under attack.
You know, as a carrier rotating, trying to gank Brave King, who has a point in ulti. I can understand what they're trying to do. You know, kill him once. Doom and Crystal Maiden were trying to connect, but a bit too late. Also, rotation from Puck just says enough. FPZ still has a Doom, but won't be able to pop it off.
It's the Illusory Orb, and now they'll even get a +1 on Kezcute. FBZ trying to
Doom?
survive. Throws out a stun. Blinks away. Oh, FBZ, he's gone.
They were greedy. They tried to go for both kills. Sanking just ignoring Doom. He told Yopaj, I'm gonna take care of it. You know, I'm gonna take care of Crystal Maiden. You finish off the Doom, but Doom is tanky. Sitting at 15, so almost 1600 HP. Has a lot of armor on top of that, and has a dagger, so can get out of the trouble.
Misses. Okay. Not hitting a stun target.
When you have Earthshaker in the team, like he consumes a lot of mana. As a position 4 hero, you also want to give him a lane for 1-2 minutes to be able to farm up a Blink Dagger. He's not getting any mana boots, just simple Tranquils, Magic Stick. You have Crystal Maiden Aura, you have a Trusty Shovel. Shovel gives mangoes instead of TPs, so that's better for some position 4s.
Shadows take
Not me this time, though. Feels good. Especially for the Beastmaster that's very close to this ag.
Dire's top tower is under attack.
Oh, can't wait until Beastmaster gets that Aghanim Scepter.
There it is.
Game is gonna become fun. Now look at this.
Much like
So this is
Cordwood
10 out of
before
10.
Axe's axe.
Dota performance.
Dire's top tower is under
Everybody watches
attack.
the draft and they go, oh my god, Morphling, Earthshaker combo. But what about Morphling, Beastmaster combo?
Dire's middle tower
The
is
worst
under
thing
attack.
about it is Axe
Like
is actually
that,
stacked.
the Dire structures
Beastmaster and
cannot be
Morphling.
hurt.
Okay.
Dire's middle tower is under
More
attack.
axes than an axe can axe for. You should have seen the look that I just got.
No, I was like, Peacock, you can do better than that. You know, I've heard you can be
Coil, freezing field, 3 heroes all on the side of Boom, and Skim will fall, but High DPC and KSQ not too lucky.
Dire's top
They don't need
tower
anyone
is
else.
under
They have
attack.
Beastmaster. He can take this fight 1 versus
Dire's
3.
top tower has fallen.
A good
That
initiation
was
once
not
again by Bug.
involved.
He's controlling Doom every single time. He's just causing issues. We did not see a single Doom being used.
Yeah, he has held that for a while.
They're just stacking it for the late game. And then, you know, the fight 30 minutes in, he pops two
Much
Dooms.
like Cordwood before Axe's
What up,
axe.
guys?
Dire's top tower is under attack.
He's
Another
just being
Doom.
controlled. I can understand why he's going for the BKB as the
Dire's
second
top
item.
tower
So he
is
can
under
get a better
attack.
initiation. They have no abilities.
Radiant's
They've
bottom
got the
tower
magic
is under
immunity, so
attack.
that's also going to help quite a lot. Can move
Much
freely.
like
Radiant's
Cordwood
down on the
before
great game.
Axe's axe. Dire's
2,000
top
gold ahead of
tower.
Morphling.
Radiant's
Yeah, Morphling
bottom
is-
tower is under attack. Radiant structures are fortified.
I don't know. He just does not feel comfortable at the moment. He's finished off the Sanj, so he'll have S and Y, but now he wants to go for the Ags. The question is, does he get the time to throw a strike on the 2 Beastmasters as well as the Earthshaker caught? Looking at a quick kill onto High, but they have the stun on the play hard, looking to clean up the Marana. They just don't
trying to
have
use
the
that
damage.
Doom.
On the run, keeps around,
He's
can't get
getting
his
back
Doom
now.
out. No, he can't. MBC. Guys, too. Dream Coil comes down onto both Makoto as well as KSQ. And they're both gone. 4 heroes dead on Boom. They cannot get in.
Boom is getting outplayed so hard. Like double Goro Strike from Skem there,
Radiant's middle
Yopaj.
tower.
They're just toying
Dire
with them at
structures
this point.
can take all the hurt. Radiant Dire's bottom tower is taking
It should
many
not be the
wounds.
case. 17 minutes in, you
At
not use a
Radiant's
single
middle
Doom,
tower.
something is off.
Bottom
Like, it's
tower
just
is under
incorrect. Like,
attack.
you should find the
Dire's
opportunity
bottom
to use it.
tower has fallen.
Doom usage
Tend to
is
your wounded or put them out of their misery. Bottom tower is under attack.
his namesake, and he's not even allowed to do it. He's closing in on the BK, but it's still pretty far away. And then Morphling, of course, wants this axe. Like, they just have to try and buy time. We've seen games like this, though, where a lot of it relies on the
Go
axe.
back to season 1, you know, some of the
TNC.
TNC performance with the Earthshaker and the Morphling Shard combination, and it's just super. It was super broken.
Burrow strike, Makoto. Stunned up again, sent over the stun. Free for the gas. Block. Echo slam. Fisher comes through. They might trade. They might die. Oh no! Finally survives Makoto. High. They're both dead on the side of Boom. They get the kill. They've done well. They have this Spirit Vessel on the team. They get the kill to KSQ. Wait for him over. I'm not sure the Morphling's going to do enough here to really salvage what's going on, because he's been hit with the Dream Coil. Dream Cell trying to survive. The Great Fire Blast comes in. The arrow's going to land. So they are starting to bring down Dream Cell, who will eventually fall. They gonna tip Vipers there.
Like, they gotta tip him after this. He's the one who's going in back once again. Doom using Doom on Breaking after he respawns. That was a decent Echo Slam, you know, connecting on 2, but
Dire's
still
bottom
didn't have
tower
the tools
is
to deal with
taking many
everything.
wounds.
But going for pretty much the same item build as he did in the previous game. Witchblade, Blink Dagger, now going into
Dire's
Blink and
bottom
Spear.
tower is
You can see
under
that, like,
attack.
they have so many stuns, like Sanking instantly deleted. A lot of echo damage coming up from those Skelly Bros.
Well, Sand King he blinks away. Oh my god.
And then he was able to
Echoes.
reset.
Yeah, and then from there, like, he's got the burrow strike that kills the Doom. He does eventually die. Movement comes in, but that's greedy. Like, yeah, you want to get a kill. You want to get something out of
He
this.
thought, you know, maybe I will be able to get out. You can see the arrow almost misses because of the status resistance. And sometimes, you know, you just playing by the feeling, but that status resistance kicks in, and it almost didn't connect. But so far, so good from Neon. Like, they could potentially also go inside the pit after they win the next fight. Raidkin getting closer to his level 18. Still ulti on cooldown for 20.
This is not looking good for Boom. Obviously, they still have options. This all worked.
Preemptive flesh strips. Double damage.
Work. Natsumi with the double damage. The Hawk will spot them going into the Roche pit.
Just what do you hide?
Through Roche getting bullied.
There's a big difference between position 5, where 1-5 has full Glimmer Cape, Medallion deals a ton of damage. On the other side, you have Crystal Maiden, who has just a casual cloak at this point. Well, Natsumi needs to get out. One hero shows up, also known as Beastmaster. You need to stop taking the Roche coil on him instantly. He is the most damage.
They've got the BKB as well as the Doom that comes out on the Yopaj. Something here for Boom, but they're going to get the kill on Makoto as well as Kiss. The Echo Strikes will be dropped down. They're going to kill on the Yopaj. They're going to buy back on Kiss immediately. And Polar Strike comes into the first line back to the hands of the Rain Team. When they're trying to run, Dreamcell starting to do a lot of damage. Kiss comes in looking for the slow. The feature on authority. There's the link in with the totem. They're turning it around. Freezing field. So well done. Natsumi might drop as well. He is out of here. Full team white for Boom. Here comes the Boom. And then we'll go right into Roche.
Radiant's
This is
bottom
the fight
tower
they
is
needed.
under attack.
Dreamcell turns into Sanking, you know, lands a 3-man Burrow Strike into Sandstorm, and this should be the Aegis for them. Buyback coming out from Scan,
Dyer's
buyback coming
middle
out from
tower is
KSQ.
not what it used to be.
He's not even there.
That is
Like,
for
maybe the
certain.
play there would be potentially, I don't know, try to steal the Roche.
Sand down into
He
little
has a full Aghanim
pieces.
Scepter after this one.
That's massive. Let's see it again. They go after Makoto, silence, Dream Coil, Natsumi right-clicks, focus the intention onto the Beastmaster. FTZ finally has this BKB. Echo Slam is pretty massive. And yeah, look at that 3-man Burrow Strike from Dreamcell, who morphed into the Sand King. Just this whole thing. 3-man stun there, 3-man stun with the fissure. It's too much. And now he's got the axe.
Regeneration.
This is where things get sketchy because
They just lost like 6 stats. Exactly. They're pretty much the whole lead. And they can kite them. You know, Brave King easily kited by the heroes that they have. Morphling. I want to see what his target is going to be. Like, he
War
can also
has
turn
come
into
to
Sanking,
Radiant's
have
bottom
this
tower.
gigantic Burrow
Radiant's
Strike
towers
once
are
again. There's so
fortified.
many good options.
Just like
if you want
Dyer's
to be a
middle tower
Beastmaster, if you
is
want to be
under
Earthshaker, at least
Radiant's
you're not going to be
bottom
bored
tower
of this
is
game.
under
You can
attack.
swap things around. You can play different
Radiant's
heroes.
bottom tower has fallen. Do not blame Axe.
there's so many possible best scenarios here for Morph.
Dyer's top tower is under attack. Dyer's structures are fortified. Super
Really good
fortified.
right now for the Morph.
Radiant structures are
Such a
fortified
bold
with 12
injection.
important
You would have turned
Dyer's
into
top
Aegis.
tower is under attack.
Totem
Dyer's top
is
tower
not
has
maxed
fallen.
out yet. It's level 3 at the moment.
Scepter range from 1100 to 950, but also provides 40% cleave.
I would not be surprised if that cleave actually works on his
Guy Yopaj, fissure, Lincoln's popped, Yopaj popped.
Take it hiding.
We went the full circle. You know, somehow we always managed to have this Morphling plus Earthshaker combo in the game. No matter what happens, no matter how much you nerf it, it's still gonna be viable.
It's where things get stupid, honestly. Fissure, cross the fissure, just stun lock, totem.
Timeless Relic, more Fissure, lower the cooldown with the Spell Prism, off the Raid Core, like it was super popular. Earthshaker Shard in the previous patches. That was just some, like he already has it as well, so it's not as good as it was before. Before you could stun lock people pretty much permanently. He is gonna get E on Disc as the next item, just wants to be able to get his spells off.
Some gold from that Centaur. And just jumping around, dream yourself. Dreaming of this moment. First strike comes in, arrow misses. June's gonna move here onto the Wraith King. They get the totem of the BKB Popeye FBZ. They've got the fissure coming through from Dream Sound. Will use that totem right on top of Scam. They've got the follow-up fissure, but the Burrow Strike away.
That was not the best Doom I've seen. That's definitely not the greatest Doom in the history of Dota.
Chest cues. Not looking so cute at the moment, but avoids the arrow. And gets the Glimmer Cape off, goes into the trees, and he's gone.
No reveal, no one's having any dust.
Crystal Maiden has dust.
War has come to Radiant's bottom
They had
tower.
one sentry on Enchantress. Like, once you see the Glimmer Cape, you also need to start flying the dust on the cores. Like, just add one on Puck if things, you know, if your bottle is empty, you swap in the dust, raking at the moment, holding Quelling Blade. Like, you just don't get value out of this item anymore.
Fire Blast, arrow this time connects. It's still not enough damage, though, even with the echoes of the arrow timed perfectly. Strike, see you later, Dream Itself. Poor God.
Wow, and that Burrow Strike, the MP, like, he caught him mid-air. Yeah, that was beautiful. Then the Echo Slam comes, which is also really nice. No real follow-up.
That is for certain.
Man, this game's wild. Coming in with the Burrow Strike as he's up in the air, giving the finger away. Not today.
Oh, yeah. I want to see that one again, production. It was beautiful. Also, very good Echo Slam, but then
Dyer's
he
middle tower was
respawns,
worth a
perfectly
damn.
timed arrow.
Dyer's middle tower is under attack.
The respawn, yeah, that was beautiful. Not looking as strong.
Dyer's middle tower is not what it used to
at
be.
that moment,
That is
but
for certain.
of course things had to get played perfectly, and well, Scam delivered.
Dyer's middle tower is under attack. If Dyer's
out.
middle tower
Tier 3
was
gone.
worth a damn, it
So,
would still be
6K,
standing.
down to nothing, back to 6K. Here's your replay.
Thank you very much. Let's see that one again.
And they got Natsumi's first life out. Oh, the Echo on the 3. But just still not enough. Primal Roar. That gets thrown on the Wraith King. Natsumi still low. They've got more than enough control to take up these heroes and the tip on the Dream.
And now they're back to 6K once again.
Yeah, up and down and back up again. Maybe Earthshaker, morphing into the Earthshaker is not the answer. Have we seen him morph this master yet?
No.
Gotcha.
He's just prioritizing either Sinking or Earthshaker. Earthshaker deals like so much damage with the totem.
Coil down.
Like, also, if you want to go back for Shard on Morphling, could potentially work.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
I like the build of Puck. Puck has a casual Sanj, wants to turn that into Kaya and Sanj, just extra status resistance against the Shaker, against all of these stuns, could make a difference. Like, you could potentially use a phase shift after Earthshaker goes in and just tries to stun lock you. You might be able to pop the phase shift and just get out. A bit of a status resistance could make the difference. Also, Breaking has his status resistance, S and Y, 25%.
He's starting to swing hard and be very hard to kill. 5-man smoke. Gonna make a move here. They're gonna run right into Neon. And they know where the Sinking is. They've got the Doom. That's how up onto the Sand King. They're going to totem in. The Rain King comes forward, but Natsumi taking a lot of damage. He might be out of position as the rest of OB Neon are trying to help him out. They've got the whip, but it's not going to be in time. They're going to wait one forward, look for the totem, but it's not going to let with the BKB being popped here by Dreamacell, as well as FBZ. Natsumi pops his own, looks over at Makoto, but the BKB timing from Makoto, it's on point. Fisher comes in from Dreamacell. That's blocking Natsumi away from his team. And now John Well as Play Harder gone. Freezing Field is down. Look at the Dream Coil on the Doom, but it's not going to do anything. The Burrow Strike lands onto the Earthshaker. High trying to surround the field by putting out the damage, but they get the kill on Tatsumi. The look over on the high ground, on the cliff. Can they get anything more from this? Hyde has got in on the cliff is Makoto. John Well dies to Dreamacell. He's got an Ultra Kill. Can he get the Rampage? Can they find
Dyer's bottom tower
that was starting to look like it, but the way this fight started, Mirana shoots the arrow and it connects on the either Hawk or a boar while they were smoked. So they're like, yeah, something's going on. Unfortunately for Sank, like, he didn't have that immediate buyback because it was on cooldown for like 5 seconds. Buys back straight after. Breaking already deleted once. So like, there's so much kite potential coming out from their heroes. The slow, from the boar, anything from Crystal Maiden, Aura, the Fishers. It's just gonna be rough. Like, we've seen pretty much a perfect execution from Neon in the previous fight. If they don't get that perfect execution, it's gonna be very hard. Like, this Morphling plus Earthshaker combination is just so much damage at the moment. Roche also respawn. I think they got a glimpse of that, so they know something is up. Shard is also available.
Allies.
Back again to Boom leading by 1,000 net worth. It's up and down.
Yeah, look at that graph.
Yeah. 29.
Yeah, the
20.
Nickelback song. Look at that graph. Yeah. Every time I see it, makes me laugh.
Radiant's top tower is under attack.
Couldn't think of anything to follow that up. Dreamacell in a Roche. See what they can get from this, because this is
Axe observes carnage underway at Radiant's top tower.
Shard. You give the shard over. You give it the arrow.
Eyes.
Radiant's top
So they're probably
tower
gonna have to
is
fight
under
this.
attack.
Gotta have some available. Primal Roar as well as the Doom. They need to be careful with BKB. Untouchable. Going well. Doom out. That's onto the Mirana. Same choice. Axis coming in. Yopaj comes over with the Dream Coil now. Natsumi with BKB going after FBZ. FBZ, he's in a lot of trouble as he already uses BKB. That's going to be on cooldown for a minute. So he's trying to run away with the epicenter coming up from Scam, but it's not on anybody. FBZ, he ends up dead. He's got buyback. So they need to be the left ball. Trying to defend there. They got it all. Kescute, Glimmercade, TP attempt. Wounds reload. Oh no, Kescute! The dust is too late. Dacta Strike and the Fisher jail. They literally jailed.
V for victory. Look, you can't pass.
That was a 92-degree angle. They met like this, a little obtuse.
Like, Doom is having issues finding the right target to go on. He's like, I want to Doom whatever. You know, last time around he doomed Raid King before killing him once. Now he dooms Mirana. Also, Neon, they used a bit too much. They used Coil on the Doom, who already used his ulti. They used the Epic on him. They needed to be more careful about like what's going on inside the pit.
Right.
Because right now, Morphling has that shard, has Cheese, Aegis. He gave Cheese to someone.
It was on the
For the treasury.
Earthshaker?
I believe he picked up everything. There was no one inside. Maybe he just sold it. You know, guys, 500 gold. I'm sorry. I just have to get the money somewhere to farm my Scotty.
And now that he's got this shard on Morphling, makes that fissure
Oh, cheese is in
combo
the base. Cheese is in the base.
even stronger. They're just letting it ferment.
Oh, makes sense.
Aged cheese, always better.
But this is room temperature. Like, you need to find a fridge. You need to put it in something. Maybe Crystal Maiden can take care of it.
Okay. Would the whole Dota community be up in arms if they change what cheese looks like the type of cheese? They just made it like a halloumi or something. No longer that pristine triangle wax.
No longer that prestige cheese. I don't know.
It's like a Swiss right now.
Yeah, it is. I can see the holes.
And make it into a Gouda. So net worth-wise, still about even here. Dreamcell eyes out on the Scotty. Nags has the shard, and it looks like Neon might be a little bit scared.
Gotcha.
Of really going after Boom.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
You've got Neon up towards top, but
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
I don't know if they want how much they want to give up. They've given up a 2-2, nothing more just yet.
Dire's top tower
close to
is
that
under
level
attack.
25.
Much like cordwood
Beastmaster
before
also
axes
has a
axe,
shard. You can't
Dire
control
has
the
come to
tower.
Radiant's bottom
It's a
tower.
2-second stun duration, so you need to be careful about that. It's a 1 second channel time, but still could make a lot of difference once the BKBs are down.
We've seen some dive bombs be pretty clutch. Halberd for the Doom. Could be nice to have. I like FPZ's build. He knew he needed that early BKB. That's helped him out a little bit here. And then he went into the Shivas, now the Halberd.
He had a rough game. Not having vision, jumping in, getting kited, trying to use the Doom, then you get stunned, then you get arrowed in your face.
red mist
A rough one
spreads
for him,
at
but
Radiant's middle
it's a
tower.
Doom. You can still find the farm on the map with your Devour, the extra
Radiant's
gold.
towers are
You're also holding
fortified.
on to the gem.
Just like Radiant's middle
Same
tower
you're
is
gonna
under
see.
attack.
Marana, Glimmer Cape from Enchantress. This is a good pickup.
Looks like Natsumi might want to go in.
Radiant's middle
about doing
tower
so.
has fallen.
Figure we'll keep him in place for a second. So Scam going Aeon Disc, trying to survive here. He's been taken out of some fights early. He's had
Dire's
some
top
big moments.
tower is
certainly.
under attack.
As the game has gone on, he's been wiped out pretty fast.
And this is a problem with Sanking. Once you get that Blink Dagger plus one more item, it just feels like this is it. Like you're not really scaling no matter what
Fissure.
you get. Arrow, not connect.
Wait in, now the adaptive strike, Natsumi in a hard wait for him in. Lotus Orb gets the Wave Fire Blast out onto Dreamcell. They'll use the Moonlight Shadow to disengage.
Arrow will hit on Doom, but there's not going to be any follow-up. They need to push out the bottom lane. It's a
tower is
35-minute
under
wave
attack.
with 2 catapults.
They don't have Moonlight Shadow to work with. They now have the Ags on Eopage. Head to edge sword picked up for the Dire. Will start to come in. Telescope, flicker.
Seems like they want to smoke. Everyone's getting around the base. Here we go. Aegis timer. It's gone 30 seconds ago.
There's the level 25. So he's got the 2 waveform charges on Dreamcell. Close to finishing off with the Reaver. A Satanic.
It's a big item. You can dispel
Makoto.
things with it. It's really nice.
It's Natsumi. They've got the Dream Coil. They have the control of the cheese. He doesn't have a heal here on Makoto, but he does have the cheese. It's not going to be so easy. Axes maybe opening up some pathing, but Makoto ends up dead, holds the cheese, lets it ferment even longer. He does have buyback dead for 85, though.
He was trying to get out of it. Maybe wild axes, cut down some trees with the spider legs, possibly pop a cheese. Someone connects, helps him out. This is also fun with the quickening charm, getting closer to his level 25. Like, he can still scale because he went for the damage, he went for the phase shift attack, illusory on cooldown. Oh, timeless relic. Oh, oof, that's a big one. That's a big one on Puck, especially with the Aghanim Scepter. Longer duration stun, longer duration foil.
Dire's top tower is under attack.
Timeless Relic themselves. They're going to go out on the high ground, look for a second tier 3. They back off for now.
Much like cordwood before axes axe. Dire's top tower is under attack.
The totems. They're scared to stay up on that high ground, even with it being 4v5. You gotta assume the Beastmaster would buy back. Things got a little bit sketchy for them.
Yeah, potentially. Like, you are afraid of the buyback, even though he has like 25 seconds left on that.
A prize.
So Buck, I was wondering what his item is gonna be, because they need another damage dealer. Like, Sanking doesn't really scale, Raking can get kited.
This'll come in handy.
So, Daedalus, I think that's completely fine. You know, just getting some more damage.
They're both about to hit 5. So they're going to have 2 heroes with 25, whereas Boom, they only have the Morphling at 25 right now. A couple of levels needed for both the Doom and the Beastmaster to get to that point. Kodo, only level 23 at the moment. Dream Assault turns into the Doom. Interesting. What the
So just
benefits
wants
are.
that sweet gold. Gets, gets Devour.
Sure.
I don't think that's gonna be the target in the fights, for sure. Like, still, Sanking feels good. At this point, Beastmaster doesn't feel that great anymore. It's just gonna be Earthshaker, probably primary target. Could potentially turn into Sanking to have this long initiation. Like, even more setup, but still feel like Earthshaker is the best option at the moment.
You have that 40% cleave from a distance. Always nice. Have that totem, have the control. There it is. Dream Assault now is that Earthshaker. It's holding onto the Penta-Edge Sword, has the 45 damage, the extra attack range for melee.
Penta-Edge Sword
Dire's
is pretty much always good to have. I think
is
this item
under
is
attack.
always used. Always someone will find a value of keeping it. Top lane pushing in. Still get rid of those catapults. Now we're dropping very low.
Just 107 health. Roche back up in a minute 27, so the game kind of slowing down, looking towards that point of getting that next Aegis Cheese, potentially Refresher Shard or Axe Blessing. Definitely tense, and I mean, Roche may not even be next on the menu. It could just be the game, depending on where this fight breaks out. Link forward with the ward stop. That's going to stun up Joel. They've got the burrow strike as well as the arrow to follow it up. NPC in trouble. The finish come through with Dream Coil landing on both of them. More as well as the Crystal Maiden. Crystal Maiden stats it. They're probably going to need a buyback from NPC. Axe is being thrown from Makoto. They've got Dreams on a bit of a bad position as well as Hezq. Hezq gone. He's got buyback too. Back onto the high ground. And this should potentially open up Roche, but it's not available to
Moved in buyback. He lost the gem. Johnwell will pick it up.
3 seconds for
Also,
Roche.
like, you praise his itemization. He wants to get Arcane Blink. Like, it's a good one in terms of, like, War Stomp. The cast point is good and everything. Lowers the cooldown on the Doom on top of that. But I would still prefer, like, either E on this, because he can still get pop, or, like, a Refresher. Like, he had 5,000 gold. Now he has Arcane Blink recipe.
Yeah.
Not a big fan of that. But maybe he feels, you know, the cast point, I've been struggling to use the Doom. I raise my hands in the air. Can't get it off. So this time around, you know, maybe a chat can put their hands in the air for
hands up.
Doom. Yeah, hands up. Let me see those hands. Roche will respawn, and I can't see, but should respawn like in the next few seconds. Trying to click on it, but the game is paused.
Respawns in now, potentially. He's crawling out at the moment. He just kind of shows up. Instant transmission.
Oh yeah,
Boom, he's
he's
in the
not
pit.
early. He's not late. He shows up at the time that he will. He's more like a Gandalf.
Always on time. Yeah, I agree with the Aeon Disc, because we just saw there he gets popped pretty quick. As an
It's
Aeon
not the
Disc, maybe
item
has a
that you
chance
want
to
to
get
buy.
out.
Maybe he thinks, you know, the status resistance from Heaven's Halberd will keep me alive, but there is a
gift
ton of
from the
damage.
night.
Rating can still, you know, upgrade a lot of his things. He's sitting at 5,000 gold. Swift Blink also I want to see Basher. I want to see Abyssal Blade sneaked in somehow, and he can also get the Aghanim Scepter, like the reincarnation, so you can... People, even if they get a good jump, like, they're still going to be able to use their abilities once that Aghanim Scepter is picked up. So if Roshan drops Ags, it definitely goes to Raid King. Something we didn't say is Enchantress having this shard, which gives 3 permanent nature attendance. So it's like perma heal. It's a good shard, not the greatest against what Boom has. Like, there's no overtime damage. Everything they have is pretty much, we go in, we burst people. So not too much value from this. She also has Eon Disc, no nullifier, no way of dispelling things. Morphling, he wants a big one. He just wants the game winner. I see Aghanim's Blessing Recipe and the Divine Rapier.
Rapier.
So Rose just spawned. It's Aghanim Scepter.
Yeah, that'll be big if, I would say Natsumi wants to grab it, but they go out of the Roche pit.
How many on this week? One on Sand King, one on Enchantress. Morana also trying to build one.
They're not even going to try to go after this.
One on Crystal Maiden very soon. Earthshaker also wants to get.
Oh, this is taking a while.
To the Radiant! Axe dreams about Roshan sometimes. Heart goes out to Dire's courier. Sweaty in the dark.
Axe blessing. He'll put that
Clutching for his axe. A scream
his
rising in his
inventory,
throat
get
and...
himself that
Never mind.
upgrade on the reincarnation. It's a big boost
It's
to
a
gold.
big one. It's also 70 attack speed. It's also 25% movement speed.
That's a
for
lot.
whatever reason. Like, I didn't know that until like 2 months ago. I've never realized that it was a change. I'm like, yeah, you know, they just respawn. No
Your Echo Slam coming through, but and is going well. He's taking on the deck towards the Earthshaker. They're looking over, shooting some with BKB, but he's got that Satanic over the break hooks coming out of Natsumi. The waveform once, waveform again. That's in a 90-degree angle to try and get out of this one. They're starting to shift. They blink forward on Yopaj. Boom comes out, but it's not going to land with the patient being used. They're on the run. They've lost just the Earthshaker for now, who has bought back. And use the Echo Slam, though, and get anything from it.
Yeah, these Eon Disc, a lot of value. Both Eon Disc proc. Morana also trying to get one for herself. So they can't burst her. Like, Earthshaker goes in, you break the combo. We've seen how good it is in the previous fight, where Sand King doesn't deal damage while having Eon Disc, but he is at least stunning people with it, and he also is level 25. This talent is really good. 40% blind and slow.
Yeah.
It's percentage, so it's like really good. Also, like, they have nothing. Like, Morphin does not want to build MKB. New Divine Rapier does not give you True Strike. Also, remember, Enchant Totem also doesn't give True Strike anymore. So you might struggle doing right with damage. Sandstorm.
Primal War gets used with the fissure coming out. The Andis was procced in the last fight. They'll get the kill there onto Scale. Dead for 2. And we'll see if he buys back. Or if he's forced to buy back. Wraith King saving up the gold, 3,800. Pretty unkillable.
Doesn't have boots. It's not good.
They recoil down, and all of a sudden, Natsumi comes over. They're trying to do enough damage on a Dream on the land. They're going to come over with the totem. The buyback's going to come out from this Sand King. The double waveform to get some distance. They pop the Lincolns onto Yopaj. The chase is on.
Under attack.
Drew Coil, they don't have that extra control. The move for Kensuke. They've got the Illusory Orb as well as the Refire Blast coming out onto this Crystal Maiden. Kensuke trying to get away, but won't be able to do so. Fissure still coming through. Bow Strike. Scan trying to catch up to the Dire side, unable to do so. They have a lot of these abilities to cut down the space
Dire's
between
bottom
them.
tower is
Illusory
under
Orb,
attack.
Bow Strike. They have these Blink Daggers ready to go. They just could not catch Boom on the exit. They only got the Crystal Maiden.
Second bought back in that fight, so that's a pretty big one. Like a Raid King. Not sure what he can swap. Like, his move speed is okay if he uses a Swift Blink. It has some extra move speed from S and Y, so at least that's okay. But he finished the Rapier. See the damage. Somebody has to hit. He needs to
be careful because he did buyback. They've got the promo roar. The air disc is no longer going to be available for him. Scam pop the BKB. They go into the tree. They've got the illusion roar in a second. Dream Coil is up and available. Dream Cell not going in just yet. And he'll use that Stormcrafter to be up in the air for a moment, but Hyde is dead. Axe is coming through. Arrow doesn't land. They're still looking to chase it. Look over as they find themselves FPC. Pop the BKB, but the damage coming in from Natsumi might be too much. He snaps the Dream Coil. He's gone. Both these heroes don't have buyback. It's time to go. Like OB Neon, they need to go, and no buyback on Earthshaker. He's be gone for a minute and a half. Same goes for Doom. Like, he's invested his gold. He does not have enough money to actually do it. It's not a cooldown.
Dire's bottom tower is taking many wounds.
They get this gold.
Dire's bottom tower is face down in the dirt.
This is a struggle.
Dire's bottom tower is under attack.
He just feels unkillable. He hasn't even used that Aegis.
Well, the play could have potentially be someone, like, it's been picked out. Like, they could have potentially picked up one bounty rune, and at this point, he would have enough gold. Yeah, like, they just missed an opportunity, because someone was near the top, the left side of the map, trying, maybe they didn't do the math, you know. 48. Arrow. Divided by 40, 16. So nice, they're going on this. They got the reincarnation out of the hands. Not Natsumi, but it's only the reincarnation. Natsumi, 30 seconds with reincarnation on the spell. They've got themselves a Dream Coil down. Damage coming out on Makoto. He's got the BKB top, but it's not going to be enough. Kensu finally buys back. They're going to go with the epicenter of the run. Arrow. Primal Roar. Play hard. He's stunned. Leon just gets popped. They've got the Eagles up into the air, and the Dream Cell look over Yohan. He's trying to finish off these heroes that are sitting inside the web. They get the kill on a play hard, but they've lost themselves the tier 3 as well as the melee rack. That was a bit unnecessary, you know, the diving in for a Crystal Maiden. Broti on this gets procced by adaptive strikes. They got only one set of barracks.
Holding, technically.
Then just the melee barracks, that's all. Morphlin, you know, still has that Divine Rapier. It's a ton of damage. He needs Earthshaker to be alive, though, to see the full potential.
They've got all 5 again. Buyback's available for 3 of the 5 heroes on the Radiant side. Only short gold for the Mirana. Dead for 60 at the moment. Next Roche, potentially in 2 minutes.
Radiant's top tower has fallen. Axe wishes it was you instead.
This is very tough for Boom. They're down 16k. It's not impossible.
No, at this point, I don't think, you know, a lot of this network also comes from these Axe blessings from Roshan. So difference in network at the moment doesn't really matter. All they need is one good fight. Morphling still has room to improve his items. He buys Aghanim Shard. You said he wants to get the off-green for, lower the cooldown.
Also
okay, maybe a bit more damage also wouldn't be that bad. Maybe a bit more attack speed.
Like a fight that gets won for Boom here on the other side of the river is one that can certainly break the base of Neon. They only have 1 melee racks down.
Yeah, that's literally nothing.
Yeah, you can deal with that. That's fine. FBZ is getting close to level 25. 150% cleave, or the plus 2.4% Infernal Blade damage.
Oh, no cleave. No cleave needed. Just the Infernal Blade damage. Too good. I've seen...
It's enticing, though.
I've seen... who was it? It was Hector, I believe, when he played Carry Doom, that he decided to go for that talent. I believe he was playing against the Phantom Lancer, which, you know, Carry Doom, it's fine. Not something that is common, but South American teams love to experiment a bit more than the other regions, I would say, in terms of carries.
Hex on the Enchantress. Goes for the Infernal. Okay. Let's hope.
Shadows, take us.
Scan, connect, Radiant know exactly where they are.
Wrapping around, Moonlight Shadow, they're in Viz. They've got the Hex and the Blink over towards the first on the Earthshaker. A lot of he gets going high. He doesn't have buyback. He's down for 80 seconds with freezing field coming down from Kesky, but that's going to be stopped. Looking over, Dream Coil. Use Dream is so gone. Whoa, Yopaj gets the kill on
is under
He
attack.
takes out
Dyer's
Kesky.
top tower has fallen.
3 heroes dead. Weak fire blast on the FBZ. It's going to take your head if you're not too careful.
Dyer's top
Trying
barracks
to get
are under
away,
attack.
pops the scorched earth. Holy, this is not looking good. Burrow strike, right clicks, all in. There's the kill, 34k lead. And Enchantress, okay, Divine Reaping.
Enchantress is just gonna deal so much damage at this point. Like these hexes, Doom once again decides to go on a sanking, does not even get the kill. Like he on this proc, tries to chase him down. I love the build on Yopaj in this game. Status resistance against the sanking Kaya and Sanj. You know, having that timeless relic is
War has been declared on Dyer's middle barracks.
And now with the refresher as well, like double coil is like, what are you gonna do? Like you're gonna be there forever. Someone's gonna kill you eventually.
Dyer's middle barracks have fallen.
They've got the arrow to follow it up. FBC goes in. Got the stone with the BKB. Hop the road looking forward to Beastmaster. They're gonna buy back. They use the primal roar. Do they have the damage to get the kill on Sumi? He's getting quite low. So the warrior Green Coil down to Cox and Satanic. They've got the extended run up. BKB bomb. Ankle slam down. Yopaj is gone. They've got the kill onto the puck, but he's still alive thanks to the actions on this Rage. Rage keeps trying to hit away onto the Kodo. But BKB pop, he's starting to back away. Yopaj dead. High gone. So is FBC. But they're gonna buy back on the Earthshaker. They've got the Bros as well as the Spear Vessel on the Dream. Something to get the kill on the Morphin. He's gonna wait for the wave and will survive for now. They bought back on Yopaj, so if they can get the kill on the puck, maybe that backs him up a little bit. Hyde takes out Scam. He doesn't have buyback. He's dead for 2 minutes, so use the Moonlight Shadow to try and run away. This should
Maybe
be
they
enough to
just
get him
need
out.
the reset. Let's see what the call is for OB Neon. Like if they want to try to close it out, they still have top barracks, but without a sanking, I guess they can just wait. You know, he's gonna have buyback in a second, but not enough gold. Roche respawned, another blessing, another refresher, like potentially 3 Dream Coils. Like how do you fight that? Because they don't even have like a better refresher carrier than him.
They need to go fix. They can't let this go. Dream Cell on the high ground. They've got the Fissure coming out from Hyde. That hits onto 2. They've also got the Totem Wave back from Dream Cell. Wraith Fire Blast is going to be avoided by Kesku trying to run the coil. They've got themselves a Dream Coil that's down on Dream Cell with the Adaptive Strike hitting as well as the Primal Lord. They have the control coming out of the Wraith King, the Freezing Fuel coming through as well as the Fissure. Now they're on a 3 seconds down. A lot of damage. The Dream Coil down. They've got themselves a Silence. They're going to kill onto the Morphling. And this should seal it up for Neon. As they have taken out 3, though. To just break on through to the other side here.
And without Morphling,
Not another Dream Coil. Snaps. Well, Snap, Crackle, or Paco, him and Makoto. They're all dead. He's right there for Neon.
What it used to be.
2 up.
Neon, they look really good in the first season. They look really good in the major, even with standing, changing the roles. It seems like this team just keeps on improving. Like this team just keeps on getting better. I think they learned a lot. Also, you know, playing in the major, a bit of a different draft. You know, a draft like this where you have these squishy heroes, but